I can't fall to sleep. My mind just keeps.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Life by Goddess. Um, if you're new to my channel, make sure you click like, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell to be notified when I post videos. So, I named my page channel Life by Goddess because everything is life. Good, bad, indifferent. Everything is life, even death. So, my channel will consist of everything. Reviews, tutorials, how-tos, stories, everything. I'll be posting about everything. Whenever I think of something, I'll record, I'll post it. I'll give tips. If there's something that you want me to talk about, drop it in the comment section and I'll try to do a topic on it. I've been through a lot in my life, so I'm pretty sure I've been through probably just about every topic you can think of. I'm not really a camera person or a picture person, but my son wanted to do some editing on some videos, so I have agreed to record some videos so that he can edit them, and then I said that I will post them so that he can see how his skills are doing. Those of you who know me in real life know that I tend to talk fast. So I'm trying to talk at a pace where people can understand me. I can't help it. I get it from my daddy. He talk fast, I talk fast. I could tell the story so fast, you'd be like, what did she say? So I'm trying to work on that. So I've posted other stories about dates. I've posted some reviews in the past. I'll be posting more stuff. My life is very hectic, very busy. I work a regular 8-to-5 job. I help run Nairi Sky with my daughters. If you guys haven't been to Nairi Sky, follow us on Instagram, Facebook at Nairi Sky. Go to the webpage, www.nairisky.com. Check out our products. Everything is done by us. We create, we inspect, we package, we ship, we do everything. Black owned by us. We do it all. I don't use anybody else. I don't trust anybody else but us. So check us out. So today I have decided to tell you a story because I got so many stories to tell. Now, I am writing a book based on everything I've been through in my life. Probably not everything because it's been a lot, so it will be the edited version of my life. The stories that I'm going to tell on here are things that I am not going to include in the book. So I'll tell stories on here, so you'll read something in the book, and you'd have to watch other stories on here because I just, there's no way I can put it all in the book. People have suggested that I do multiple books. I haven't even started the first one just because when I start writing and reliving everything, it becomes too overwhelming. So then I have to stop. So it's taken me a while. So, for now, come to my channel and watch my stories on here. I'll be having some good stories. And these stories are 100% true. I don't make up nothing. Okay, so today's story is going to be about a guy named Trey. Now, Trey is not his real name. This is what I'm calling him because I've always thought Trey was a sexy name, and he was a sexy person. So his name is going to be Trey in this story. So, y'all, let me tell you about Trey. I probably met Trey 9 or 10 years ago. I was living in the Victorville area. Trey lived in the Los Angeles area. I had met Trey on a friend meet site, a social site, whatever. We had talked on there for some months. We ended up exchanging phone numbers. Then we talked by phone for 2 years. Now, Trey had his life together, so I thought. He went to the gym. He had a car. He owned his own place. And we would talk like on a regular basis. Sometimes he would video call me. so I would know he was an actual real person. And in that 2 year period, I felt that we got close as friends. We talked about everything. If I had a problem, I talked to Trey. If he got a problem, he talked to me. So one day, Trey called me and he told me that his mom died. So, of course, as a friend, I offered my condolences. I talked to him on the phone for about a good 2 hours. Got off the phone, whatever. And then I would text him, like, after that, checking, hey, how you doing? You good? Whatever. So, I'm guessing, let's say about 2 weeks after the call about his mom dying, he called me and said that his mom didn't leave a will, and she owned a security company, and he was basically having a hard time accessing funds from his mom because there was nothing in writing. He said the only way that he could access the money was to have the accountant pay employees or pretend employees money so that he can get the money. And I was just like, oh, okay, whatever. But see, at the time, I didn't know anything about a lot of stuff. Like, I didn't know about scams really or what people do. So he was like, so can the accountant write you a check and say you're an employee, and then, when the check clears, whatever, you give me the majority of the money and you take a part of the money. I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. I was like, so you're going to mail this check or what are you doing? Because at this point, we had never met in person. He had never been to my house. And he was like, no, we don't live that far from each other. I'll come up there. So I was like, all right, cool. You could come up here, just, let me know when you come and when you're on your way. He was like, all right, I'll have her do the check today. I'll come up there tomorrow. So I was like, all right, cool. So y'all, Trey comes up into my house, and even though I had never physically saw him in person, I thought he was cute. He, from the FaceTime, he was fit. He was a nice looking person. So he came to my house. We went to eat. Came back. So he had got there probably 12 in the afternoon. So we ate lunch. Came back, chilled. I cooked dinner. He spent the night. Now, of course, I felt like I knew him. So I felt like we had a connection. So I ain't gonna lie. Yes, I did sleep with Trey. Trey to me was perfect. So yeah, I slept with Trey. He had brought the check with him, but he didn't give me the check till the next day. So the next day, he gave me the check. We went to Bank of America. I deposited the check. He was like, so the check is going to automatically let you take $300. You could either keep the $300 or you can give it to me, whatever. So, I had two accounts. I had a Chase account and a Bank of America account. The Bank of America account, I didn't hardly use that account. So when the $300 kicked out, I just gave it to him because I'm like, although that's less, I got to give him later. Never in my mind did it cross that I think, oh, the check wasn't good. None of it. So whatever. So he ended up going home that day. He was like, when the check cleared, just, hit me up. And then you could just wire me, take your money out and then send me the rest. The check, I think, was for $4,500. So he was like, you can keep $1,000. You'll send me the rest of it. Okay. So I had a neighbor. She had came over while he was there. And she was like, who is this? And I was like, my friend Trey. She was like, oh, he cute, whatever. But I was like, nah, girl. So I was telling her, about the check and the mom thing. And she was like, well, he could write me a check too. So then I explained to her, I'm like, okay, yeah, I've been talking to him for some years. This is my first time linking up with him. I don't really know him that well to say that it's legit. So I don't know if the check is good. I said, I'm taking a chance. So if you take a check, that's a chance you're going to take. She was like, well, bitch, give me a check. So I was like, okay. So by this time, Trey had already went back home. So I had called him and I was like, well, my homegirl, she said you can write a check for her too, whatever. And he was like, do you trust that she's not going to run off with the money? I was like, she's not going to run off with the money. She'll take her part and she'll send you the rest. So he was like, all right, cool. So whoever he had drafted her a check. So he didn't come back up to where I live. We ended up meeting him halfway in Rialto. So we met him at the Chase in Rialto because she had a Chase account. So she picked up the check there. He was going to Chase for something. So he went to the bank. She took the check. I can't remember if she deposited the check there or if she took the check back up to where we lived and she deposited her check. Okay, so anyway, she deposited her check. Now Chase, they cleared the check the next day. So she would hit me up like, girl, the check was good because, it cleared and, they said all the money is available. So she took all the money out. She took her part out. And then she was like, well, hit him up so I could wire him his money. So I called him. She wired him this money. So I was like, okay, well, maybe he wasn't lying. So, okay, cool. Probably like a day or two after that, her bank notified her. I don't know how they notified her and told her the check wasn't no good. So now her account was minus. I think her check was probably like $2,000 something. So now her account was minus like $2,000. So she was like really pissed. So we had went to the bank and we sat down with a banker and he was explaining like he doesn't know if it was a mirror check or what to say, but the check wasn't no good. Her account was minus. It was legit minus. So she was like, call him right now. So, I call him, he answered the phone. So I'm like, I don't see nobody scamming somebody answer the phone, but whatever, you never know. So he answers the phone and he's like really pleading his case. Like, no, the check was legit. I don't know what happened. Like, I wouldn't do you like that. And I'm like legit mad because I know what the banker said. The banker ain't gonna sit there and lie. So I think I just like blacked out and I just went off. I don't know what came out of my mouth. I did a lot of cussing. I was like, you know what? That's how you do people you consider yourself cool with. Don't hit my phone up no more. Blocked his number. Blocked him off of all my social media. Was done. By this time, Bank of America had called me and was like, yeah, so that check you deposited, we don't see that it's a good check and we're going to process it, but we're just calling to let you know that the check is not going to clear.
She wasn't ready. She wasn't ready.
So at this time, I already kind of knew because of what happened to my friend. So I was like, okay, well, I already knew that. So, and I already cussed him out. So my account's minus $300. I got to find $300 to put it back to clear this account. Whatever. So after this, I packed my bag. I had a cousin that lived in LA. Went to his house for a few days. So I'm telling him what happened. And he just started shaking his head like, And I'm like, what? He was like, you don't know that's a scam. They running out here all day. Everybody doing it. He was like, they like making fake checks off of real accounts and giving them to people and having them deposit it and then some of them clear and some of them don't. And I was like, what? He was like, had hit me up, I would have told you that. And I was like, well, I wasn't really thinking to hit you up because I really didn't know nothing, didn't think I was going to be scammed. He was like, yeah, he played you. So anyway, I'm already pissed still, whatever. I'm like, whatever, forget it. So I end up going home about 4 days later. I get home, check the mail. There's a letter from Bank of America. I'm assuming the letter says, the check didn't clear. The check was, whatever. But it was a letter saying the check cleared. So I'm like, the check cleared? So, of course, I wasn't going to hit him up and let him know the check cleared because you already played my neighbor out of her money. 2, I didn't already cussed you out and blocked you. I'm not about to tell you my check clear. And at this time, I was behind in a lot of bills and I had to put that $300 back and my other account was messed up. So basically, that money was just putting me in a situation to where I was just at a point where I was just back, to normal with my bills and stuff. So, I pulled out all the money, got everything straight. I didn't have enough money to give my friend her money back because he had gave her a check for like $2,500. So had I gave her all that money back, all my stuff would have still been messed up. But the check cleared. So, but the fact of the matter was, he tried to scam me. He tried to play me. He thought he was getting over on me. He was getting over on her. Ain't no telling how many other people he got over on and didn't have no remorse for it. So I guess the moral of the story is, if somebody come to you with something that sounds too good to be true, 9 times out of 10, it is too true. A person will mess up your whole life trying to make it seem like you're going to get ahead, and it's going to put you in a hole, and that person is getting away scot-free. You think if that check didn't clear, I was going to be able to go to the bank and say, oh, well, Trey was the one who gave me the check and I didn't know none of this. The bank don't care. The bank don't care about who gave me the check. They know you deposited the check. You owe us the money. You're responsible. You're liable. So and this just brings up the thing with the unemployment. I have people hitting up my child talking about, oh, we can get you $9,000 from unemployment. And I told her, yeah, that might be all well and true because they showing her proof that they did it. I said, but that's linked to your information. So when they come after you for the money, they're coming after you. They're not coming after the person who helped you get it. They're coming for you. So you have to look at that like, okay, is this money, is it worth getting this money right now, this quick money right now, and later having to fix, my situation, because they're going to come for the money, and they might come for the money at a time where you don't have it to pay back. So the moral of the story is somebody come to you with something that's too good to be true. You got to ask like, well, how come you ain't doing it? Like if I had sense, I would have said, well, I'm pretty sure you got a bunch of family members, a bunch of close homeboys. Like, how come you can't write them? Why it got to be me? But, I wasn't. So, I learned my lesson. So, I don't put my name down on nothing. When somebody come to me with something like, oh, you can get this. If it sounds too good to be true, I'm like, nah, I'll pass. Because I just don't want to get myself in any trouble. I didn't got myself together, my life together. I done got my life together. I can't really take no chances doing no dumb stuff. So let me know if you like my story about scamming Trey. I will post more stories, tutorials, vlogs, reviews. Let me know in the comments if there's something you want me to talk about. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Push that post notification bell so you can be notified when I drop stories. And, thank you guys for watching Life by Goddess.